Thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Angela McCall. We start with breaking news. The U.S. Open just wrapped up, and Denver native Wyndham Clark is the new national champion. He won by 1 stroke after starting the day up 6. This is his second U.S. Open win. His last was in 2023. Our Chris Tavares will have more on Clark's win coming up in the Sports Block. And turning to a live look outside over Yuma and downtown Denver, fire danger and storm chances continue this Father's Day, but the weather doesn't seem to be disrupting too many plans. Those storm chances will roll into tomorrow for some parts of the state. Our Jaden Knowles is tracking those. Hi, Jaden.
Well, good afternoon, Angeline. Of course, we were tracking a couple of storms, mainly towards the eastern plains, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Luckily, we didn't see a whole lot of precipitation across the metro area. There were a couple of isolated showers, but very brief in nature. So far, though, here's the main thing that we're tracking. Severe thunderstorm watch that will continue until 8 p.m. this evening. Noticing there's a couple of severe thunderstorms there down towards Cheyenne Wells and just parts of Kit Carson. There's a lot of lightning with this storm cell and a little bit of hail and damaging wind, so just be mindful of that. That's continuing to track on towards the southeast there. And then you can see 2 severe thunderstorms along Highway 36. They're really losing their intensity, so that's the good news there. That storm cell just towards the southeast is kind of eating away all the energy. But so far, the only rain that we're really seeing is just south of Highlands Ranch moving through Parker. But that's really all the precipitation that I have left for this evening, at least. Looking over towards Burlington, you can see that heavy downpours of rain off in the distance there. That's going to continue over the next hour or so before finally clearing up. And then we're going to see a nice and quiet evening. So far, though, temperatures in the upper 80s. We got up to the low 90s today. Overall, I'll tell you how hot it's going to be as we head into next week, and maybe some more storm chances on the horizon. We'll have the details in my full forecast. Angeline?
All right. Thank you so much, Jaden. A man was shot and killed by Grand Junction police on Friday. Mesa County Sheriff's Office shared that today, saying they are in charge of investigating. Police were called to a Dairy Queen on North Avenue on Friday for reports of a man with a knife. Officers approached him in the parking lot when they shot him. He fled in a car, crashing into several other cars before coming to a stop near North 1st Street and North Avenue. One person suffered injuries from a knife, and another was also taken to the hospital after they were hit in their car. The suspect was taken to the hospital where he died. The name of the suspect has not been released. Mesa County Sheriff's Office is investigating. Anybody with information is asked to contact them. Aurora City Council has several final votes on the docket for their meeting tomorrow. First, they will vote on the creation of an office to oversee the police department. If passed, Aurora Police will be required to notify the office of any critical incidents within 30 minutes, and the office will assign liaisons to family members of anyone killed or injured in one of those incidents. They will also vote on whether to add a sales tax increase to the November ballots. Voters would decide whether or not to raise sales tax from 8.5 to about 8.8%. It would be the first increase since 1993. And lastly, City Council is voting on 2 ordinances that would require periodic inspections of detention facilities and also create more regulated disease reporting from those same facilities as well. The City Council meeting starts tomorrow at 6 p.m. Denver's Office of Emergency Management is holding a public meeting tomorrow. This comes after tornado sirens were activated inadvertently across the city earlier this month. Someone called 911 to report a tornado. That report made its way to a small team of 5 people on shift with Denver Fire, and that team has access to the city's siren activation system. Someone on that team triggered the sirens, even though there wasn't a confirmed tornado or even a tornado warning.
A very well-intended employee trying to see the safety of our residents got a call about a sighting of a tornado and activated the sirens without the verification process. He didn't follow the protocol.
The Office of Emergency Management says tomorrow's meeting is to tell the public how Denver prepares for emergencies. The virtual meeting starts at 10 a.m. You can register online to also get the link. City leaders are considering honoring one of Denver's most prominent couples by turning their home into a historic landmark. Tomorrow, City Council will consider a landmark designation for the home of Wellington and Wilma Webb. The house is on North Gaylord Street near City Park. The Webbs bought it back in 1971. They're now working with Historic Denver and History Colorado to preserve it. Wellington Webb was Denver's first black mayor, serving from 1991 to 2003. City Council will hold a public hearing about the landmark proposal at their meeting tomorrow. You'll probably notice an iconic landmark as you're leaving Colorado. Well, it's gone. It was taken out in a car crash. Lower Valley Fire District says they responded to a crash on I-70 right before you hit Utah. A driver lost control after they blew their tires and ran off the road. The driver only suffered minor injuries. Unfortunately, the Leaving Colorado sign was in the car's path and it was knocked over. Hiking one of Colorado's 14ers is no easy task. Climbing all 58 is certainly an achievement that not many people can say they've done. But one father-son duo from Washington State just hit their final summit this year. 9 News reporter Janelle Finch introduces us to the Googlers with this great accomplishment, Janelle.
Yes, absolutely. Hiking a 14er takes perseverance, lots of water, and for Cabot and Todd Googler, each other. Little compares to the thrill of climbing a Colorado 14er.
It was just like getting to the summit was just the most awesome thing.
Washington State's Cabot and Todd Googler
Yes, all 58.
made chasing higher heights a mission. They already shared a love for hiking.
It had become like our main hobby together.
In 2016, the Googlers decided they wanted more.
Grays and Tories, those were the first 2 we did together.
2 turned to 10 quickly.
The very first year we went back, we did 8 more.
In 5 years, they were halfway to their goal.
These hikes are all about perseverance because like you're gonna have pains. It's a given. You just gotta fight through it.
Reaching the top of every mountain never shadowed the journeys to get there.
There's also some, interesting wildlife that you'll run into while you're out on the trail. And Cabot got the perfect shot of a fox with prey in its mouth that walked by us.
Oh yeah, that was by the Maroons.
Yeah, I think it was one of the Maroon Bells, wasn't it?
10 years later, Todd and Cabot joined an elite club.
You don't have many things in life where you're working at it for years and years just to complete one task. So it just felt incredibly rewarding to make it to the top of number 58 and just share that moment with my dad.
When they look back at every summit, every memory will have each other.
To share it with somebody that you love and that also likes to do the same thing that you do, it's just extra special.
Todd and Cabot are planning on getting matching tattoos to commemorate the feat. They're still choosing a design. They're thinking about including some of their favorite hikes, and of course, something to say that they did this in Colorado together.
What an amazing thing to talk about on Father's Day, first of all, and then for them to do as father and son.
Yes.
So many of us, want those bonds with our family, and for them to have spent all of this time together.
Yes, and can you believe? No arguments. They said that they did not have a single argument on any of those climbs, and I was like, that is very impressive as well. But it's just such a beautiful thing to share between the two of them, and truly memories that will last a lifetime.
No fights. They must have a bond like this.
Yes, absolutely. After 58 14ers, you get there.
In one of the most stressful environments as well.
Yes, they worked through it together. It's just a beautiful story, so love that they were able to share that together.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Janelle. Well, still to come, today is the last day to make an impact through our 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive. Thanks to your help, we've raised over $310,000 for families in need. That's just about $40,000 short of our goal. You still have time to give. You can scan this QR code to reach our donation page. You can also donate when you're checking out at King Soopers. All the details are on our website, 9news.com/9cares.